What's up everyone, it's day one of live feed updates and there's already been an argument between Teddy and Todrick, a replacement nomination, and has our InSync band member already said bye bye bye. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, so let's jump right into it without any further ado because we've got so much to talk about, and let me tell you, when I say this live feed update today is probably the most interesting one we've ever done for a day one live feed update. It's crazy when we've missed 9 days of what's actually been happening in the house and trying to piece those things together as to why these people are saying this and these people are plotting this and this person's the target. It's really confusing. But first things first, we'll start off with the nominations. Now, last night on the episode, we did see Miesha. She nominated Mirai and she also nominated Carson for eviction. However, those nominations did not stand. We are led to believe, this is not a confirmation, we are just kind of 99% sure that Carson has won the power of veto, used it on himself, and Miesha has put Teddy up as the replacement nominee. So eviction tonight is Mirai versus Teddy. But of course, we've got the gala gift in play as well, where somebody else could end up on the block. It's all very confusing. It's Big Brother. It's expect the unexpected, and I'm very happy it's all back. But folks, as of now, just take this with a grain of salt. Sitting on the block is Mirai and Teddy. Okay, now let's talk alliances for a second. The main one that we saw anyway in the episodes so far was the formation, which was Carson, Todrick, and on top of that we also had Shayna and Cynthia thrown in there too. Now this is going to be an interesting one because that probably was on the first day, I would imagine, and then all sorts of things have happened, trust me folks, since then. As we saw on last night's episode, Todrick was sticking his finger in every single alliance in the house of people saying, hey Todrick, I'll work with you, and I think they were playing it out as if, you know, Todrick was being this mastermind who was getting handed all these alliances and he was going to play the house very well. Scratch that, folks. That is no. It's all about management of these social relationships, and when you're promising all these people your loyalty, and, you know, I get it, you can't really kind of say, you know, oh, no, I'm not going to be in an alliance with you when someone comes to you. It's just about managing those relationships, you know. Don't make it sound like you're going to, you know, die on the sword for all those people, because that's kind of what Todrick did. And it sounds like, again, a lot of this stuff is very vague today because we have no confirmation, because we haven't seen the last, you know, over a week basically. It sounds like there was some kind of kick-off where Todrick was exposed for having his finger in all these different alliances. I knew it was going to happen as soon as it was on TV. I thought this is going to last, you know, tops maybe a week or two, and obviously it wasn't even that. You know, Todrick it sounds like he's being exposed already, and a lot of people have kind of fallen out with him over that, because even with this formation thing, you know, they seemed to bring in some more people. I think there was Mirai, wasn't there? And then there was Teddy, and then there was, you know, all sorts of different people getting brought in, and then some people excluded from those different variations of the alliance. All very confusing, but basically, when we tuned in the live feeds last night, we saw Teddy and Todrick. Things were starting to get very heated, and they were butting heads. The live feeds cut. It's a shame, really. I would imagine we're going to see that on the episode at some point, because, I mean, listen, we want to see the arguments. I mean, this is what a messy season creates for us Big Brother viewers. We get the entertainment, we get that kind of value where we go, oh my god, what's going to happen next? And it's brilliant. But anyway, this argument kind of happened of, I think Todrick once wanted to work with Teddy, and now Todrick's going for Teddy. It wasn't going to work ever. When he was promising his allegiance to every single person in the house, of course it was going to blow up in his face when he had to vote somebody out. I mean, I literally tweeted last night, I said this. This isn't me plugging my Twitter, but folks, you can follow me up there on my Twitter handle, because I tweet about the show. I was tweeting, I was saying, do you know what? The fact that, you know, Todrick and Teddy have argued straight away, like, it just shows you kind of what we're in for this season. I put let the games begin, because it's going to blow up. It is, if you promise an allegiance to everybody, it doesn't work unless you can do it extremely well in a way where you're willing to own that you're a total, excuse the language, but a dick, like Dr. Will. And don't get me wrong, Dr. Will is one of my favourite players ever. It's, you know, you're doing it in a way where you're somebody who is owning the fact you're a bit of a villain, and I love that what Dr. Will did. Todrick is, I think, trying to play this, you know, clean game, and you can't play a clean game when you're promising allegiance to everybody, you know. And I also didn't like the fact that when Mirai went and tipped off Teddy, and then, you know, Todrick went straight to Miesha to tell her. I don't like that at all. Listen, I can't stand it when people play the HOH's game we talk about this for the past few summers, guys, haven't we? Where we've talked about these people who come in and they don't play their own game. They suck up to the HOH and they do exactly what the HOH wants, and they're on the little hamster wheel of approval to the HOH. Give me approval, approval, approval. That's what it's like, and that's why I can't root for people like that. Todrick was on the HOH hamster wheel, seeking approval from Miesha. He's crawling around the little wheel, and it's all going to blow up in his face. I can't root for somebody who sucks up to the HOH. Listen, Mariah's doing her own thing down there. Why'd you have to go grass her out? It's like the kid who goes and grasses somebody out, you know, and sprags on them to the teacher. Nobody likes a tattletale. Snitches get stitches. Not in school because that would be weird, but you know, snitches get stitches. I think I don't like it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. The moral of the story is don't promise your allegiance to everybody because it will blow up in your face. So with having an 11-person house, it's going to create chaos on week 1 because that's 11 votes, not 12, not 14, not 16. We've got an odd number. But of course, you know, one person will become the HOH and then 2 people go on the block. It could even be 3, who even knows, because of this gala gift twist. So it's either going to be, you know, 8 people voting or it's going to be 7 people voting. So that's, again, it's difficult to kind of gauge how many votes there's going to be. But it basically seems, which I am incredibly excited for, get ready for this, we've got a split house. We never get split houses in modern day Big Brother, so let's just celebrate for a second. This is amazing, right? Okay, cast your minds back to Big Brother 6. You know, when you've got the Sovereign 6 versus the Friendship Alliance, and it's like, you know, every single week they show up and they're battling it out, and the power transfers week to week to week. Anyway, I've got it written down, so I'm going to have to look down for a second, folks, on my laptop, as to, you know, the sides of the house. And this is, again, take it with a pinch of salt, take it with a grain of salt, because this is what we're gauging early is the split house. So basically on one side we've got Carson, Cynthia, Lamar and Teddy, and then on the other side we've got Miesha, Chris Kirkpatrick, Todrick and Shayna, and then we've got Todd and Chris Kattan kind of in the middle, Mariah on the outside, and you know, an outsider can easily be picked in, and the middles can shift from side to side. And this is going to be incredible. This is great. You know, it's not one big alliance. We saw in the first episode, you know, this formation, and on the second episode they were adding people into it, and I was thinking, oh no, I can't deal with another season of a majority alliance picking people off. I don't think we're going to have to. This is good. We've got a split house where people don't know what to do, their allegiances aren't lying anywhere. I think Teddy is going to be the target tonight, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I am 60% sure. That's the number I'm going to say. And I think going into an eviction where you're only 60% sure who is the target, that's going to create for good viewership, because 9 times out of 10 in the past few years on Big Brother, we've been 99% sure who the target is going into eviction night, and it usually goes through because we don't often get blindsides in modern day Big Brother. So I'm very, 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 very excited for tonight and finding out who's actually going to be evicted from the house and who rises to power. And, you know, because this is basically a sinking ship right now, and where the rats are going to go, essentially. I'm not calling the house guests rats, but it's metaphorical, you know, where they're going to scramble to once the power gets shifted again tonight. Now, there are rumours going around that Chris Kirkpatrick actually did indeed leave the house over the last couple of days and went to a hotel room. Now, that's an interesting one, and it reminds me of some lyrics. I want to see you out that door, baby, bye, bye, bye. Of course, it's the NSYNC song, and it doesn't really seem like Chris Kirkpatrick is in sync right now with the house. It's hard to say what actually happened, where he was talking about coming back in and decompressing and after spending time in a hotel room, or I'm not sure what it was, if it was a hotel room, you know, and I'm not allowed to talk about it because we're on the live feeds. That's what he said. He's definitely been out of the house. He's gone somewhere, and he's left the house and came back. Something's going on there. Anyway, the rumours are saying basically that apparently, I think Mariah and Chris Kirkpatrick maybe had a bit of a falling out. Right, folks, take this with a grain of salt. I did see some people saying that apparently Mariah had said that Chris Kirkpatrick was basically one of Justin Timberlake's backup dancers. I don't necessarily believe that. I feel like that's people spreading fake news. No affiliation with Donald Trump there. And I think that's people just stirring the pot slightly. It could be true though, so who knows. I guess just have your own opinion on it, folks. But basically it sounds like Chris has left the house and came back. He's still in the game. I don't know what I really think of that, because having that luxury of leaving the house, it seems a little bit pampered to me. It seems a little bit hoity-toity. But let's not forget, these are celebrities. You know, they are used to the lavish lifestyle, or at least some kind of a lavish lifestyle. In the UK version of Big Brother, when there was kind of too much aggro or too much aggression, you would often be put in, there was like a spare room. It was in the house, you didn't go to a hotel room, it was just a spare room and you'd be sent there for the night just to get away from the other person so things didn't blow up too much. And it doesn't sound like Big Brother US does it that way. It's to a hotel room of kinds, and he's saying he was watching TV and all that kind of stuff. I really hope he didn't get to see episodes 1 and 2 of Big Brother, because that is just crazy if he got that privilege. I would imagine if he's seen anything, he would have only seen episode 1 because it would have happened before episode 2 was aired. Who knows? But basically he said bye to the house and then he came back. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching, and please let me know all your thoughts on this season so far in the comment section below. It's been kind of a vague one today, but a very exciting one. There's been lots of big headlines in the house, but it's hard to piece the puzzle pieces together to make that full jigsaw that we're trying to find out what is going on, and I feel like over the next couple of days we're going to learn more and more and more, and I'm sure tonight's episode will shed light on things a lot more, and I'm really excited for that. So folks, let me know who your favourite house guest is, who's your least favourite house guest, who would you like to see evicted tonight, who do you want to see win HOH tonight? Are you happy that Cynthia is safe? I certainly am. I think she seems great, but let me know all your thoughts on the season so far in the comment section below. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I thoroughly appreciate every single last one of your support. I'm so excited to be back for another season of Big Brother, celebrity in particular. But folks, in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host Tom Vasey. Good night.